righty then. All right. You'll learn tonight. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, want to say welcome to, of course, Cruising with a Case Handler. Okay, got Conrad, Pollack, got Nelson Madrid. Okay, attorneys that are ready to actually speak with us about the law when it comes to immigration. And it's a pleasant good morning here. Gentlemen, can you hear me loud and clear? How you doing, Nelson? Yeah, go ahead now. Can't hear you yet.
I'm doing good. How are you?
There you go. A little bit louder.
I'm doing good. How are you?
I am. Okay, there we go. Hold on. Let me just adjust your volume over here and get you all taken care of. All right. Got the music going. There we go. All right. It's good. That's good. Much better. How was your weekend, Nelson?
Good. I think Adam is trying to get in.
Oh, Adam is trying to get in?
Yep.
Okay. Oh, thanks for telling me that.
Sure.
All right. Finally, I've added him. I've added Adam.
Listen, I felt like that song, Cabin Steppin'. If you don't let me in, me, I gonna light the building.
Inside joke there, folks. Okay, this is what I'm talking about, man. Ladies and gentlemen, I've got to say a pleasant, super good morning reaching out to each and every one. Let's welcome the attorneys to Cruising with the Case Handler, a show on personal injury and immigration. And we got Nelson Madrid that you heard speaking with me a few seconds ago, is one of the top attorneys at the law firm PPID, Pollack, Isaac, and DeSico. We've got Conrad Pollack. His wife still got him in the basement, it looks like. All right. All right. The managing partner of the firm, the man, the architect. He's the maestro, but I call him the architect right now. And we've got Adam Handler, who I made come in last. Okay.
Yeah. Thanks for letting me into my own show, brother.
Hey, got to let you in sometime to your own show, man. Hopefully you all had a wonderful weekend. Any comments? You got 2 minutes to make any comments. Like that background, Conrad. It looked like you're on a nice beach.
I like his other background better. That's a nice basement.
I like that background though, Wish I was there, But gentlemen, before we jump right into the show, want to remind people, follow us on Facebook, The Case Handler, PPID, and David Squeeze Annakie. Turn up your radios and text 844-774-3529 to anyone who needs a personal injury attorney and an immigration attorney. In the intro of the show, I've decided 2 minutes of the show. If you all want to speak on anything that happened to you over the weekend, anything you want to talk about before we jump into it, just get all of that out of the way. Conrad, Nelson, Adam?
I don't know. Any of you watched 60 Minutes last night?
I didn't watch it.
I watched.
Certainly interesting. It reminded me, I was a pretty athletic kid, and, always playing different sports, baseball, football, whatever. And every so often you'd be playing in the neighborhood down the block, and there'd be some kid who had the best basketball, best football, but he really wasn't a very good player. Mm-hmm. So, and that kid would be, he'd be the last one picked on the team, kind of like Adam.
I was just about to say, that's exactly like me.
The last guy picked on the team, nobody wanted on the team, but he always had the best ball, and then, he'd be lousy or whatever. He'd get criticized and he'd say, you know what? I don't want to play with you guys anymore. I'm taking my ball and I'm going home. That's what our president reminded me of last night, listening to 60 Minutes. I'm taking my ball and I'm going home.
No, the difference is,
when I got up and walked out of the interview, I just had this flashback of these memories when I was a kid, playing with spoiled brats that had the nice ball, but were lousy at the game. He sucked or whatever at football, and they would take their ball and go home with a big scowl. And I'll show you, I'm taking my ball and I'm going home.
We all been there. What about you, Nelson?
Although it's not, I've become used to this, right? This has become the new normal. It's not out of character. Was I surprised? Absolutely not. It seems, again, either you believe everything he tells you or you're against him. And if you're against him, he wants nothing to do with you. If you question him, he wants nothing to do with you.
But
2 minutes,
crazy.
Guys. You got 30 seconds.
What's her name? Leslie Stahl specifically said before the interview begins, do you mind if I ask you some tough questions? And he said, yes, I do mind. It's like, are you kidding me? And even she said, what? Are you sure you want to say that? It's like, you say the new normal, but you can't normalize that. This is our president. You can't ask him tough questions. you know, and he gets all pissed off if you do. Are you kidding me?
Time's up. Adam.
I'm just counting the days, man. I cannot wait until this election is over because we can stop talking about this stuff. It's going to be a very interesting final week, and I certainly hope everybody out there is registered to vote or has already casted their ballot. I've already voted. I believe Conrad and Nelson, you've already voted as well, correct?
Correct.
Yep.
Squeeze, have you voted yet?
Not yet.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm sure you'll make your voice heard.
Mine will be heard. I'm a Connecticut resident. My voice will be heard.
All right. And other than that, in murder hornets, I think we're doing okay. You see, they trapped a whole nest out in Washington State, and they're gonna, study
Nasty.
them.
They're like snakes, right? They spit the venom in your eyes. I mean, those are nasty bees.
Yeah, they're bee killers. It's so 2020. It's not even funny. So, and some great football on yesterday, and I'm ready to get into this week. Halloween is on Saturday. What are you gonna dress up for Halloween, Squeeze? What are you gonna dress as?
Be my scary self, man.
Okay, all right. I figured as much.
Seriously. I mean, I was just thinking about putting on a onesie outfit. Looking like a president that's about to be retired.
Okay. You do you, man.
Hopefully nothing happens to me out there in the streets. No, I'm going to dress up as a Grinch.
The Jamaican Grinch. Okay.
Yeah. Nah, I'm just going to dress up as a bottle of BioLife. That's it. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, now I'll tell you what, I'm going to even open up the phone lines today. If anybody wants to call in and ask a question on the air, we haven't done that in a while. You can call 877-320-LINK. That's 877-320-5465. If you've got immigration questions that you would like to actually ask, you can call 877-320-5465. If you'd like to ask a question on the air, okay, if you'd like to ask a question on the air, you can call 877-320-5465. But Adam, why don't you jump it off and
let's make this first of all, let's make this official. For the ladies and gentlemen listening on 93.5 FM, good morning to you. For those of you watching here on Facebook and other social media platforms, howdy. Thanks for spending your morning with us. We know that there are other places you can be, other things you can be doing, and other shows you can be watching. But the fact that you're here with me really, really, really does mean the world to us. We are attorneys. My name is Adam Handler. They call me the case handler. I'm the partner of the personal injury practice here at Pollack, Isaac, and DeSico. I've been doing this for over 17 years, having personally obtained over $125 million for my clients. Like I said, I joined the firm about 6 years ago. Conrad, the maestro Pollack, is the architect of the firm. He's been practicing as an attorney for 37 years. He's the managing partner of the firm and a partner of the immigration practice. And so is Nelson. Nelson's a partner of the immigration practice as well. He's been doing it nearly 14 years. We've been doing this show called Cruisin with the Case Handler since the beginning of the year, here to give you information for 100% free, no strings attached. All you got to do is either log into Facebook and post your question online or give us a call. The phone consultation is free, and our phone number is 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529, or easy to remember, 844 PPID law. PPID stands for Pollack, Isaac, and DeSico. It's the initials of our firm, and a little jingle that we always throw at Squeeze around this time of the show saying, hey, Squeeze, you down with PPID?
Come on, you know me. Once again, Cruisin with a Case Handler. Listen up. If you've got your immigration questions, now is the time to ask them. Place them online on Facebook, David Squeeze Annakie, the Case Handler page, or PPID's page. Also, if you want to get yourself a free phone consultation, schedule one with an attorney at PPID. And you can do so now by calling 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529. If you would like, you can also call on the airwaves and ask your question. A quick question if you'd like, 877-320-LINK. That's 877-320-5465. But jumping right into it, just like a Monday morning, we grab the steering wheel and we say, we're driving into work. Let's start driving. first immigration question before we kick it back to Adam in about 4 or 5 minutes on personal injury with a true success story. It says here on immigration, I want to know, can your case be expedited after the welcome letter arrives in the F3 category? If so, how?
I don't understand, why would he want to expedite? If the welcome letter has arrived, that means he has a green card. So what's he looking to expedite? Is he looking to expedite receipt of the actual green card? If that's the question, no. You have to wait until that green card comes. But if you have an emergency, it is possible to go into immigration with proof of that emergency and get a temporary stamp in your passport, which serves as a temporary green card, and you can use that to travel, work, whatever you need that green card for. I'm hoping that's answering his question.
By the way, F3 is married sons or daughters of United States citizens. It's a preference category.
Right. And it's also subject to the ban. Again, he got his welcome letter, which tells me that he's been approved. So I don't really understand what the question is.
And once again, folks, I say it every day, I always say, please use an attorney for your case. All right. You will have tons of questions. Things do happen. We have seen a lot of muck-ups. Okay. Drop the M, put an F. We have seen so many of that, ladies and gentlemen. So you want to make sure that, you want to make sure that you go professional and go with an attorney. All right. Very, very important. And I will always say that. Go with the attorney. Come on, think about it. Something as important as your status in the United States, do you want to truly try to work on that yourself? I'm not. I didn't.
David, if I could interject very quickly. I just met with a client moments ago before going on the show.
By the way, now, is your microphone plugged in? I don't think your microphone is plugged in.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you loud and clear, but earlier a little slight echo. But go ahead. You're sound.
Okay, so before I jumped on the show this morning, I actually met with a client.
Mm-hmm.
Client had filed for citizenship.
Mm-hmm.
His case was denied because he basically failed to provide some documents regarding an arrest. Long story short, the client had said he was arrested in North Carolina and the case was transferred to the Southern District. Long story short, he hired us for an appeal. We are working on an appeal. We went to the Southern District in person and learned that the case was actually transferred to South Carolina. Not only was the case transferred to South Carolina, the client had pled guilty to sale of a controlled substance, over 50 kilos of marijuana. Obviously, this apparently came as a surprise to the client. He said he had no idea. He said that the attorney who he hired in South Carolina had told him the case would be dismissed, which obviously was not true. Again, I think this underscores the importance of hiring an attorney anytime you've been arrested. Now, of course, immigration is asking for these documents. He's put himself on the radar. This may not end well, all because this person decided to do this on his own.
See what I'm saying? So people, I know I'm on the radio between 6 and 10, and I know you hear me talking every hour about PPID. And I know you hear me pushing the number and all of that. But I'm telling you, any legal matter that you have, you need to reach out to this firm first. I know what they're capable of. I've seen what they're capable of. And evidently and obviously, you've heard the Maverick. He has taken the reins here on the show, I must say. He has come a long way. Take no reins away from the MAN, the maestro, all right? And, he's doing a wonderful job. I say go see him. And many of my friends out there in the community, you know what I'm talking about. Go see the Maverick over at PPID, 844-774-3529. That's the attorney. That's the man you need to say when you've got immigration issues. And even if you don't have any issue, don't do the case yourself. Don't screw it up. Don't mess it up. And the likelihood of you screwing it up is extremely high. Go with the Maverick, 844-774-3529. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, we're asking you also, please, if you can share, if you're watching us on Facebook, share to at least 20 people for us. Let's get the numbers up even more today, all right? Let's get to another question before we kick it over to Adam Handler. Okay, here it's, my sister is a United States citizen, and she would like to file for her mother, but her mother is married to my sister's stepfather. Can my sister put the husband on the filing? How long would it take for the filing to come through? would both of them come through at the same time? Let me repeat that. I'm confused.
I got it.
Got it?
I mean, a convoluted way of explaining the situation, but I get it. U.S. citizen daughter can apply for her parent, her natural parent, her mom, if she's over 21 and she's a U.S. citizen. Question that she's asking is, can she apply for her stepfather as well? She can only apply for a stepfather if the marriage between her mother and her stepfather occurred before her 18th birthday. So I don't know how old she is. I don't know when they got married. We would need to know those dates. But if they were married for a long time before she turned 18, she can apply for both, and they'd come at the same time. If not, she applies for mom. Mom comes, gets her green card, and then mom applies for dad, stepdad.
Okay, there you have it. That's the maestro, the managing partner of the firm PPID, Conrad Pollack. Remember, you can book a consultation with him also, schedule that phone consultation with that attorney, and the number is 844-774-3529. Make sure you schedule that. That's 844 PPID-LAW. 60 seconds to the man himself, Adam Handler, the personal injury attorney, the $125 million man plus, okay, who runs the personal injury department. God forbid you get run over by a car. God forbid you get smashed by a bus, a truck. God forbid you fall off that scaffolding. God forbid you're in an accident. You will need Adam Handler, the case handler. But let's squeeze in a one before we get to Adam Handler. Let's squeeze in another on immigration. This one is, I'm currently in Jamaica and thinking about going to the United States to get married. However, because of the coronavirus pandemic, I am putting it on hold. The person to whom I'll be marrying is an American citizen. However, I don't have any pictures or other evidence of our relationship. Do you think this will affect the filing process, Nelson Conrad? Do you think that this person who wants to come to the United States to get married, okay, who does not have any kind of pictures or anything showing a relationship with this person, do you think that this will affect their filing process? And do you think that this person should do what it is they plan to do? Do you think they should even attempt this? Do you think they should get an attorney? What do you think that they should do?
Well, question is, does this person have an honest face? I mean, that's what it all comes down to, right?
I'm quite sure this person is not a Trump.
I'm assuming they're talking about applying for a fiance visa, because if they're not married, this person's not just going to get on a plane and come here and get a green card. In order to get a fiance visa, you have to be engaged with a U.S. citizen, and you have to you have to prove that you have physically met in the last 2 years. If you have no evidence of that, you're not going to get a fiance visa. The petition is filed with the Immigration Service, by the way, by mail. You don't show up anywhere. You submit that petition, and then 8 months to a year later, you get your interview at your consulate, in this case in Kingston. You have to demonstrate to the Immigration Service before that petition is approved that you have physically met in the last 2 years. That means pictures, letters, phone bills, pictures together, wherever you've traveled, passport stamps, so on and so forth. Once you get that fiance visa, if you can prove that, then you come here, you get married, and then you have to apply for your green card. My suggestion in a situation like this, tell your U.S. citizen boyfriend to get on a plane and go down to Jamaica and marry you and just apply for the green card. You're much better off. It'll be faster, simpler, cheaper.
There you go. There you have it. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, the immigration segment right here on Cruisin with a Case Handler, hosted by, of course, Nelson Madrid, Conrad Pollack on the immigration side. They're top attorneys at the firm. All right. Make sure you call them at 844-774-3529. You'll be able to schedule a phone consultation with one of these attorneys or other attorneys at the firm PPID. Let's flip it over to, of course, personal injury right now. Adam Handler is the case handler. He earned that name because he truly handles your case with care and, of course, a lot of love and a lot of money. The maximum compensation, that is. So let's go to the shark. And the case handler. How you doing, Adam? You may want to unmute.
I'm great, man. Thanks for having me on today. Really enjoy, the information that we're giving out here. Ladies and gentlemen, it's really just so impressive that we're able to provide such great content on a daily basis. And I'm proud to be part of it. You know, we say, if you got a legal question, we got a legal answer. You got a legal problem, we got a legal solution. And that goes from immigration, criminal defense, matrimonial, employment law. You know, we are a full service law firm here, Pollack, Isaac, DeSico. And of course, you know, the area that I really do focus in is the personal injury. But it's important that you understand that unless you have our number saved, you're never going to hear from us. And our phone number is 844-774-3529, 844-774-3529. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're listening to this show right now and you've had an accident in the past, I'm sure you can attest that as soon as that accident happens, you're, you know, you're fresh meat for a lot of unscrupulous attorneys and even doctors that are just looking to just take your case, milk it for what it's worth, and then leave you by the wayside. And that's something, you know, we certainly would never, ever do here at Pollack, Isaac, DeSico. Certainly something that I would never do as an attorney, as a third generation attorney, because I understand that you got one chance to get it right. There are no redos in personal injury. You can never reopen that car accident case or construction accident case or medical malpractice case or slip or trip and fall case. You got one chance to get it right. And that's why we say one chance, one choice. And I'm your case handler. Let's talk about a case that I am very proud of. And it's because it follows along the lines of that. We understand that there's no redos and you got to get all the money right away. And we have a case that we settled several years ago for a client that we got all the money, and it's a crooked number, but I'll explain why. And let's just fire this up right now. Ladies and gentlemen, listening at 93.5 FM, if you can safely do so now or later, check out the Case Handler on Facebook. Check out the Case Handler on Instagram. You'll be connected to our practice. You'll be connected to these true life success stories. And you don't have to take my word for it or Squeeze's word for it. Take real people's word for it. I mean, we're real people, but, you know, take people that, you know, have absolutely no motivation to put this out there other than an expression of gratitude, right? I have a business to run. Squeeze has got a business to run. All lawyers have business to run. Whether you hear us now or you hear a lawyer in 8 minutes from now on the top of the hour or later on in the day, you know, everybody knows, you know, who the real deal is. Everybody knows who the most celebrated personal injury attorney on this station is, and that's your boy, the Case Handler, and for good reason. Squeeze, if you could read that quote for me, I would appreciate it.
Absolutely. And this is the quote from one of the true success stories, someone that Adam actually handled. It's a client of his. It says here, if you need good attorneys that can get good money for you, this is the firm you're looking for. Other lawyers would settle, but the Case Handler team at PPID won't settle unless it's the best. And this is from Eden. The settlement, $90,868. And hold up, wait for it, 50 cents. That's $90,868.50. 50 cents. And that was for a car accident. Adam, can you expound?
Absolutely. It's like when your parents would give you money to go to the store and they're like, bring me back the change, right? Well, that's the same mentality we had here. You know, we want the change as well. This insurance policy was a $100,000 insurance policy, but it was a little bit weird because out of that $100,000, not only were the injury claims being paid, but the damage to the vehicle claims being made. And there was 9,000, you know, I'm not gonna do the math now, but a little over $9,000 in property damage. So this was the balance of the insurance policy available to Eden. And I would not stop until I got her that amount. I remember they wanted to settle this case for 50 grand and we kept pushing and pushing and pushing. And finally we got that crooked number, 90,868.50, the actual maximum that she could have gotten in this accident. And it wasn't a major accident. By that, I mean, the damage to the vehicles wasn't crazy, but one of the vehicles was a Mercedes-Benz, which unfortunately, cost a lot to repair. And basically it was a woman driving the wrong way down a one-way street. And she sideswiped my client who had an injury to her shoulder, an injury to her stomach, from the seatbelt. The seatbelt jerked, and she actually had a hernia that she had to have a surgical repair of. So serious case. And nonetheless, we got her the maximum amount of 90,868.50, because we really do understand that you got one chance to get it right. She had one choice of attorney. She went with us. And that's how.
Hospital also.
What do you say?
She went to a good hospital also.
She did. Let's see where. She's up in Greenwich. That's right. She did go to a good hospital. Man, you must be in with the mayor up there, because you're always pushing Greenwich. It is a beautiful city, I will say for sure. But we really did knock it out of the park for her, and she was super grateful, and we're happy to do it. That's the business we run. We fight for our clients like family, and if that's something that's important to you, again, you'll save our number. Hopefully you never need it, but God forbid you do. You'll be very, very, very happy that you're linked up with some amazing attorneys, not only on the personal injury side, but the immigration side. My name is Adam Handler. I am your case handler. I'm a partner of Pollack, Isaac, and DeSico, and our phone number is 844-774-3529, 844-774-3529. One chance, one choice. I'm your case handler. Thank you so much, Squeeze.
Okay. Now, Nelson, I know Adam just spoke on personal injury, and I know you are in the immigration department. Give me your perspective on Adam Handler, the cases that you have seen him handled over the past 6 years, and what you think of him and the department and what he has done for the $125 million worth of people.
Be nice.
I think Adam is definitely very passionate about what he does. I think he obviously cares a lot about all of his clients. In fact, and I've said this before, there are occasions where one of Adam's clients may have an immigration-related issue or an immigration-related concern, and Adam will literally walk over to my office and ask me if I could, obviously take a couple of minutes and meet with his client, because Adam is genuinely concerned, about his client's status, and, he wants to actually help this person. Look, I've been doing this for a long time. Obviously, I don't have to tell you, a lot of attorneys really don't care. To a lot of attorneys, you're just another client. I don't think that applies. I know that does not apply to Adam. Adam, again, genuinely cares about all of his clients. In fact, we at the immigration department have represented several of Adam's clients in immigration-related matters. And I think as of the present, we have not disappointed.
No, we have not. We make an excellent team here, and that's something that really sets us apart. We are a true team here. There's a lot of lawyers that advertise on this station, maybe even a few minutes on the top of the hour, or have billboards that are not a team. That really it's one guy on top, and everybody kind of works for that guy. That's not the way it works here. We all have our individual practice groups. We're all practicing attorneys. Ladies and gentlemen, what does that mean? That means that the voices that you're hearing right now, whether it's your boy Adam Handler, the case handler, or Nelson the Maverick Madrid, or Conrad the Maestro Pollack, or later on Alexandra the Boss Lady Bondikoff, or Shira, or the General, we are practicing attorneys. We handle our own cases. We are working on the files. We are meeting with clients, working on their case, and striving to get that best result possible. So it's not like you come to our firm and then all of a sudden your case is handed off to somebody that you've never even met before. The people that you're listening to right now are going to be your attorneys.
Give the number.
844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529, or easy to remember, 844-PPID. Well, I'm down with PPID. Nelson's down with PPID. Conrad's down with PPID. Squeeze, you down with PPID?
Come on, you know me. Now, okay. Thank you all so much for listening on 93.5 FM. That's Adam on personal injury. We're flipping it back to immigration for a while, and I'm very happy that this firm, the reason why I asked Nelson about it is to let people understand that this is a full service law firm, and they explained it best. So I want to say thanks to them for that. Now, let's just get back to a couple more questions that we have on the immigration side. By the way, I want to say thanks to all the people on Facebook. Hey, you're all making us into celebrities and superstars over here. Thank you all so much. We do appreciate it. All right. So this one says here, my son is in the United States on a student visa. His father, who is a permanent resident, has just submitted an I-130 for him and his other siblings. At the moment, my son is age 20. Will he be affected in any way by this ban?
Well, if he's in the United States, no. The ban only affects those that are outside the United States.
Gotcha. Okay. Right on point right there. All right. Here's another question.
By the way, the ban is only, right now, it's only effective until December 31st this year. One of the reasons we get into politics and talk about the orange man versus the old man, well, I shouldn't even say that. They're both old. The reason we get into it is because there is such a difference between with regard to the immigration platforms. Fact is, if the orange man gets in again, that ban is going to be extended. I guarantee you, folks. Right now, it's only till the end of the year. I guarantee you, if he gets reelected, that ban is going to continue for who knows how. Biden gets in, it's gone. All right. So if you're concerned about your family coming, they're subject to the ban. You applied for your sister or one of your siblings, or your parent applying for your adult son and his wife and his kids. They're subject to the ban right now. That ban goes away, your family can come. So this is not just a choice of next Tuesday. This is not just a choice of political philosophies. This affects people's lives. This has a substantial impact. And I'm just scratching the surface here of the various ways that this election will affect people's lives in terms of the immigration policies of this country. Just really barely scratching the surface. But I mean, this is a choice of, affecting people's lives. Like I said, Trump gets elected, you might have filed your case for your sibling 15 years ago. So that's how long a case like that takes. And it's ready to go. All right. And you were all set to get your sister was all set to get on a plane and come here after she was about to get a green card. Then the ban took effect. That ban may be in place for another few years, another 4 years if this guy gets reelected, as opposed to if Biden gets in, the ban is gone. And you might be having Christmas dinner with you or Thanksgiving or whatever dinner with your sibling next year, July 4th. That would be a good time to celebrate. And hopefully the pandemic is over. We have a vaccine. Who knows? But the choice at the election next week has substantial effects on a lot of people's lives, especially immigrants.
Absolutely. Conrad Pollack, ladies and gentlemen, spoken like a true leader of the firm PPID. Make sure you reach out to them, 844-774-3529. Make the phone call and schedule that phone consultation with one of the attorneys. Final question. Another Jamaican wants a question in for one of you guys here. It says here, I got married in December 2019. My husband had migrated to the States in August 2019. We have 2 children together who migrated with him. The distance is affecting our children as they want to be with both of us. I am presently living in Jamaica. My husband is a green card holder. What is the likelihood of staying in the United States while my husband files for me?
Where is she now?
She's evidently in Jamaica, but she evidently can travel because she says she can. She said something about staying in the United States. She's probably visiting, from what it seems like.
Well, first off, that category, they're subject to the ban, number one. So she's not in the United States and they apply, she's subject to the ban. Exactly what I was just talking about.
Yeah, but she has a visitor, though, keep in mind.
All right. So if she can come here with a tourist visa and her husband, they can get married if they're not already married and they can apply.
Yeah,
right now that case is current. Well, I mean, she could, if she does it properly, handles things properly in terms of timing, can apply and apply for a green card here and stay here. But there's a lot of little nuances in the law in terms of timing on a situation like that. That is not something you want to do yourself.
Right.
You want to know how to do that? Give us a call, and the Maverick, once he wakes up, I'm sure he'll be happy to take care of you.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I keep saying it. He's saying it. Conrad's saying it. Nelson's saying it. Adam has made it very clear. Reach out to the firm. All right. 844-774-3529. We're about to conclude the show, but we want for you to have that number. Text it to everyone that you know. Share the page that you're watching. Remind them that we're on 9:30 a.m. New York time on 93.5 WVIP FM. Remind them that you can Google PPID, Pollack, Isaac, and DeSico. Just type in PPDI law in the Google bar. It will pop up. Type in the case handler. He will pop up. All right. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, we're on Facebook. And the pages, same names. Pop them into Facebook bar and it will all pop up. Now, dial this number, 844-774-3529. And make sure that you actually schedule a consultation with one of the attorneys. That's a phone consultation We do appreciate you. Priors do not guarantee similar outcome, but obviously they have proven themselves. I have proven myself. I've been here since 1996. So, hey, listen, make sure you make that link, 844-774-3529. With that said, we thank you so much for being on Facebook and the radio. Please keep sharing. Even after this, you can still point people to the pages and let them check out the services of the law firm Pollack, Isaac, and DeSico. Have a great day, Nelson. Have a great day, Conrad. Have a great day, my good friend, Mr. Adam Handler. All right. Have an amazing Monday. We'll catch up with you again tomorrow at 9:30 a.m. Are we doing a show this week?
We're doing a show this week. We're doing a show every day this week.
No, I'm talking about in the evening. I'm sorry.
Oh, yes, we can certainly do that. I don't know. Let the people decide. If people want to have an afternoon, evening show, they should post in the comments or let us know.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Let's everybody.
Let us know.
Yeah, if you want us to do a show in the evening this week, just type what you think in the comment section and let us know and we'll do it. I mean, I notice the views are going up right now. If you want to see the Maverick, you want to see the Maestro, you want to see the case handler, all right, you just need to say, hey, show in the evening. As a matter of fact, I got one better for you. Okay, I'm gonna mute the attorneys. If you want to see them do a show every evening, weekdays, all right, just type it into the comment section, okay? And let's get them busy, okay? It's not my fault that they're great attorneys, all right? So if you want to see them do a show every evening, let's say somewhere around 6 p.m., 6:30, just type it in the bar and we'll see what can happen or what will happen. I'm quite sure I said, if you want to see us do a show on the Orange Man every evening, just type it in the bar. I'm just kidding.
Squeeze, very quickly before we go, we have a special guest coming on the show on Friday.
Great.
It's an immigration client who we represented who spent 18 months in ICE custody, who we just got released. Wow. And we filed a motion to terminate his case. And it's a great story. He's going to come on the air and talk about his experience, not only with ICE, but also having PPID on his side. So
Great.
Tune in on Friday, 9:30, and I think it'll be an interesting show.
And is Ayadi?
He is.
All right, no problem. Hear that? Andla is Ayadi.
Hey, Yad man, listen, that's what, we, that's certainly the community that's embraced me, for nearly my entire career, Squeeze. And you've been there for, 85, 90% of it. The Caribbean community has been the community that's embraced me. Certainly they've been the community that I've embraced back. And, in the 6 years that I've brought my practice here to Pollack, Isaac, DeSico, we've really built just a wonderful base of clients from the islands, and in addition to the other wonderful countries that we are also, represent clients from. And it's just all good, man. It is all good.
And it's only going to keep getting better. Thank you all so much for what it is that you're doing for the community. Looking forward to speaking with you guys again tomorrow morning. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Peace out. And